Hello everyone, welcome back, and we're back on Euro Truck Simulator 2, and last time on the live stream we ended up in Milan, so I wanted to carry on from Milan if possible, and we're back into the quick jobs of course, because we don't own any trucks yet still. We've only got 56k up there in the bank at the moment, but I found this job here which is Milan to Geneva, so we're starting off in Italy of course. We're actually crossing into France there a little bit, and then we're coming up to this tip of Switzerland to finish up in Geneva. So I thought we'd have a go at that one. This is transporting watermelons of all things. So I think that's a good one to take. So I'm going to take that, and we'll jump right into it. Let's just take the job. Now hopefully this time, I don't know what distance this is going to be, but I'm kind of hoping that I don't need to sleep, and I'm not going to run out of fuel as I nearly did on the live stream last time. That was quite interesting, wasn't it? Let's have a look at the headlights. I think that is okay. Let's have a look outside. We've got a nice little sealed container on the back this time. Looks quite good, this truck. I don't know if I've been in this one before. This is a Renault, of course, which are obviously French. Well, we will be passing through France, as I mentioned. So, shall we get underway? What have we got? 539 kilometres. That's a decent stretch, that one, isn't it? But we will get through this, no problem. If we can find our way out. We are starting 4:46 AM. Does that timing start from where you last finished, if that makes sense? Did I finish at this time in the morning last time? I can't remember. I need to go back and just double check it. Anyway, it's fine, because it means it will be getting light pretty soon, and this is very dodgy, isn't it? That's tight. No, I don't want to do that with the lights. Get the lights back on. What I wanted to do was this. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Let's go in this view for a little bit. So even though that left-hand road there is blocked off for us, there is AI coming out of there. So I just need to be a little bit careful. Right, there's nobody there, so let's just get out of here. Keep an eye on that back end. Still waiting for that big sale. You know, it's going to be coming, isn't it? Hopefully sooner rather than later, and get some of these map DLCs, and then I can look at getting some of the pro mods up and running. Let's get the indicator on. The AI aura indicating was difficult to see. Let's go for it, shall we? 50 speed limit on this stretch. Okay, nice, nice. Of course, we've got the obligatory lights as we leave. What I need to do when I'm trying these trucks out, and I talked about this in the live stream last time, I need to kind of make a note of which ones I particularly like and which ones I dislike. I actually quite like this one, because it'll come round to the fact that I'm going to buy a truck and I won't remember which one I liked best, because I'm playing it so sporadically. I need to play it, you know, more in a block, I think, because I haven't played this. This is the first time back in the cab since the live stream we did. When was that? A week or so ago? Probably about a week ago now, wasn't it? So I need to play a little bit more of it. But there are the signs for Milano, Geneva, so I think we're going to be going left up here. Let me just get out into this lane behind this Mini. I do love the scenery on this. I think they've done a really good job of it. You know, when we look around, it's got that early morning feel, hasn't it? Definitely. Right, so we're going. Need to keep training myself to use those number keys. We're going across here, and then we're taking a left once we've crossed over. So many lights when you're leaving these cities. You're almost glad when you get to the motorway, which I think is where we're going right now. Let's get the indicators on. Right, so we've got a 40 on the slip road, so let's observe that, then we don't get in trouble. Once again, you can just see that early morning sun rising there. The day starting to show through, which is good. So once again, we won't have to drive too much at night, which is good, isn't it, for a video? Because I think night runs are important, but you know, it's not great for a video, is it, all the time? Okay, so I think we can carry straight on. We're not going to Palmer. Got an 80 down here, so I will bring it up to speed, and I will put the cruise on. I think we've still got 519 kilometres to go. Right, so let's cruise now. Excellent. So we're heading back round to Geneva with these watermelons. I don't think I've been to Geneva yet, because what I'm also trying to do, of course, is unlock. In every run that I do, I'm trying to unlock a new city as we go. I should have checked the map actually before I picked the job, but I'm almost sure I've not been to Geneva yet, so that will be fine. Coming off here, let's just take a quick look. Okay. Geneva and Torino this way. So coming back on ourselves, we've got 40. I need to slow that down a little bit. Let's do it safely. Getting the shudder again through the controller, but that's probably to do with the speed, because I wasn't on the white lines anyway. I know normally you go over the white lines and it acts like a kind of bump strip, doesn't it, to wake you up in the game and in real life actually. Now on the standard map, one thing I was going to ask you guys as well is, on the standard map, are there any cities that are quite detailed? I've no add-ons installed at the moment, but I just wondered, are there any better than others? Because it might be worth visiting a couple of those as we go through the toll booth. Is this the French border already? I'm not sure. Fee will be paid by the employer, I'm sure, so excellent. That was pretty easy. Not like Fernbus where the barrier comes down on top and crushes you. I don't know if it's still doing that actually. I've not been on Fernbus a few weeks, I do mean to run some Fernbus. I think we're expecting the Denmark map on console anytime. I was in contact with Aerosoft about that. They just told me it was coming soon, but I know a few of you have had access already via a patch that was released and then quickly pulled the other week. So some of you, certainly on PS5, have access to the Denmark map. I didn't. I was on holiday, so I didn't get that patch in time. But I know some of you have already been running around on this, so hopefully coming soon. It really is coming soon, and we can have a look at that, because I'm just waiting for some new content on that. And we'll go and explore Denmark as well, because I do quite like Fernbus. Alright, so we are heading to the right here. It's our only option actually, because the map ends for us. So, going back to what I said earlier about playing this a bit more, you may find that in the series that I do on the channel for this, we won't finish up in a certain city and then the next video will pick up from the next city, because I'm going to try to build up the money that I've got to be able to buy the first truck. So I need to play it a lot more, so I will try and do that where possible, but yeah, it's not going to work out like that if I want to build up some money, so I'm going to have to take some jobs to be able to do that. And I'm sure, and you guys will know, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that I haven't even come across yet in this game. I don't know anything about company management. I didn't even know about the sleeping until we found out nearly the hard way. I think we trickled into that lay-by on the live stream just as I was about to fall asleep. And I think we did it just in time, and then after that, when I woke up, if you remember, I went straight around the corner. Fortunately, we had a petrol station there, and I was able to fill that up, or else that could have been a sticky end. So I didn't even know about that, you know, but I know there's company management and there's all sorts, so, you know, I need to spend some time and get into it a bit more. I probably won't come up to speed as fast as some of you guys are, they've been playing it for years and years, but, you know, I'm fine with that if you guys are. It might be interesting for you to actually see a newcomer coming into this and seeing how I do with it. But I will be relying on you guys as always for a few tips along the way, including, like I said, you know, let me know if there's any cities in the standard map that are worth visiting. We've done that in Fernbus, haven't we? We've been around and looked at the sites, so I will assume that ETS2 is similar in that you can visit, you know, familiar places that you could in real life. 386 to go as we pass the services with 2 beds, which I'm definitely going to remember from now on. A truck stop. Let's have a look outside. So our job is for ACI SRL this time. Don't know what business they're in. This is watermelons that we're transporting, so whether they're in the fruit and veg business, not sure. There's a nice variety though, isn't there? Nice variety of goods that you can transport around in this game. And I know, just looking at the DLCs, there's other goods you can take, isn't there? Like dangerous cargoes, etc., and blah blah blah. I have quite a substantial wish list going on for this game. Right, here we go again. Let's go slow because we don't want to look as if we're bursting through the barrier. I wonder how fast you can go before the barrier will go up. I mean, that's pretty quick, that one, isn't it? Right, there's nobody up the right hand side of me, so we're good. What a lovely day for driving. Right, we've got an 80, so let's get into the cruise again, I think. I think we're carrying straight on here, we're not taking that right turn. Just stick in this lane for now. By the way, I haven't got any on the road news for you. If you were following the on the road series before this, this is kind of, you know, this is obviously kind of take over for me, trucking wise. I will go back to on the road if and when an update comes out, but I think Fabian from Airsoft is now, I noticed he is, I think his title, we knew he was going to Astragon, but I think his title is Senior Producer at Astragon, so it sounds like he's got quite a good job there. So I don't know where the information is going to come from now on things like on the road, because we previously got it from him, didn't we, via his channel, whenever there was something to be said. As I said earlier in this video, I do have some contacts at Airsoft, but they're more in the marketing department rather than the production department, if you know what I mean. And we are coming off here, so we need to be down at 60 as well. There we go. So I will try to find out as much information as I can. I'm not on the Discord that went with Fabian's channel. I was at one point, but I got so many Discords going on that, oh wow, another vehicle fire, look. That is well dodgy. That guy needs to get out of there. But as always, if you find out some information, whether it be about Fernbus or on the road before I do, why not join the Discord if you haven't already? That's my Discord, my channel Discord. The link is in the description for this video. That's an open invite, so you can come and jump in and join that. We'll talk about the various games that we're playing on the channel. And if you do have any information from other places about the Airsoft titles, then let me know. Right, 284 kilometers remaining on this trip. The mountains in front of us looking good. So look at these F keys. Now what's F6 do? That just gives us our kind of schedule, doesn't it? Let me get off this bend and I'll change that, because I don't use these F keys. I think it was Farah who pinged me in the comments after and said remember to use your F keys and get used to the F keys, because you know the problem I had with the sleeping and the petrol. He was saying that if I'd have been looking at this, it would have helped me spot it a little bit earlier. So that's good advice. So once I get off this bend, he says it's a giant bend. Look, let's put the cruise on. That'll help. Because I've got hold of the controller and I need to press the F keys. So F5 assume is the map. What happens if I keep pressing F5? It does a bit of a zoom out, doesn't it? Gives us a bigger view of where we need to go. Okay, that's good. That's a bit big. That's the normal view, isn't it? Then F6 was our schedule. What's F7 then? F7 shows our truck status. View services and adjustments. Let's have a look. Oh, emergency refueling, adjusting the trailer, total. Ah, right, okay, so you can call for the AA via that method. That's quite nice. And then under F8 are messages. I better get back on the road. That will help. Then F9. Let's have a look at F9. Is chat. Is that for if you're doing multiplayer? Because that's something else that obviously I have not looked at yet. Although I've seen many people doing that. Right, we've got another toll booth coming up. Go through the telepass. I don't know if it makes a difference whether we go through the telepass or the cart. €12 paid by the employer. I think whichever way it goes, it's going to take money off the employer, isn't it? Because we're doing a job for somebody else, not ourselves. So. I do see French flags, so that means we have just crossed the border, I would assume. France, it says there. That's a big clue as to where we are. Alright, let's get into this tunnel. We've still got 216 kilometres to go, but we are covering it quite quick, aren't we, really? We can do a 70 through this tunnel. Wouldn't you know it, we've got another toll booth coming up. Toll gate, I should say. They must make a few quid doing this, mustn't they? Right, can I go through this one? Well, they've all got their little green arrow, so I think I'm alright. So this is the start of the toll road, and the fee will be paid at the end, so this one's a little bit different. You can see on the sign there it was 187 kilometres to Geneva. So we have got a slight bit more than that to reach our depot, a couple of kilometres extra. But that's fine, it's a really nice run, this one. I need to get over to the right really, but I'll just let this guy do his thing first. Then we don't hit him. That's better. Stay out of trouble on this side, I think. These tunnels are 70 every time, so I'll just keep needing to reduce speed as I get there. And there's lots of them with these mountains. Scenery is great. What is the screenshot button again? Can't remember what the screenshot button is. That's the pause button. Let's have a look on the map, actually, where we are. This is... oh yeah, okay, so this is where we've been, isn't it? This is where we've been on our journey so far. So, oh yeah, actually, I've not even been into Switzerland yet, have I? Well... oh, we bypassed Turin, look. How do we zoom in? There we go. I like the map too. I do like how the map is done. There's a little bit missing over here. I presume if I get the Vive la France DLC, this fills up with stuff, does it? Likewise, some of these other areas that we've got there looking a little bit blank. I've seen people driving in Ireland as well. Is that... Can you not drive in Ireland until you get the pro mods? Anyway, we've only done 7.98% of the whole map look, which is interesting, isn't it? Shall we go back? There we go. So there's plenty of map to explore, that's for certain. But yeah, I can't remember now. I was doing it last time. I can't remember the screenshot button at all, which is unfortunate, isn't it? Was it? It's not plus, is it? Is it plus? Ah, look at that. It's plus. That was good memory, wasn't it? Right, because we need to take one, don't we? For the we should take one really for the thumbnail for this video. So let's just. This is a good area. We've got the mountains. Why not? I always like to show the front as well. I like to show the front of the truck that we're using. So I reckon, why don't we go for that? That'll do us, won't it? We can zoom with LB and right B. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's the zoom. That looks pretty good. I think we could go for that, you know. Bit of mountains in the back. We can take the picture with X and hide the controls with the L stick. So let's hide the controls first of all. Oops. Right, there we go. Let's go for X. There, that'll do me, I think. Don't know why I took two. Ignore me. Right, we'll sort that out at the end. Right. We can speed up as well. We've got 90 now on this. Let's get the speed up, shall we? Although we're not going to go too fast because you can lose a lot of the control, can't you, when you go up to the limit? I think we'll stick at 80, you know. We'll stick at 80. 80 is fast enough for me. 142 kilometers to go. So we're doing 80, right? Well, no, we're not. We're doing 73. What am I talking about? I've actually slowed down. Let me just get back up to 80. I was just going to comment that the AI are going pretty fast, aren't they? And if we were doing 80, what speed are they actually doing? So let me... Right, there we go. Now hopefully I've got the cruiser. Although we are downhill. The cruise is on. I can see it set to 80. I can see it on the dashboard. Just to the right there, underneath the big 12, which I'm assuming is the gear that we're in currently. So these guys, right, if the speed of the road is 90, they're going way faster than 90. What can you get away with on French roads before they'll snap you, you know, either with a speed camera or the police? What tolerance is there above the speed level? I mean, this just got to 110. Yeah, I can see signs for 110. Obviously not for us, but and now we're down to an 80. And we're coming off here anyway. To switch onto the A41, it looks like. Let's get the indicator on, let that guy come past us. It's definitely worth having all these mirrors on. I did say to you in one of the earlier videos, I felt a bit of a noob having all the mirrors like that. But actually, I think I prefer it. A couple of others have said to me as well in the comments that they always leave them on as well. So, you know, I'm happy with that. I think I will leave them on. Right, so fuel's still good. This is a shorter run. I think the sleeping is still okay. I think we'll be able to do the 79 kilometres, won't we? No problem. Before we get any sort of warnings. And wouldn't you know it, another toll road is coming up. So it did say, didn't it, that the toll would be paid at the end of the road. So I'm going to assume that this is the end of this particular toll road rather than the start of a new one. So shall we see if it's going to charge us? Well, charge the boss anyway. Let's see how expensive it is. 30 through the toll road. 77, look at that, €77 just for that. There's a fair bit of cost involved though, isn't there? If you want to, you know, if you want to operate trucks. Trucks, I assume, are also charged at a different rate to, you know, passenger cars. Do you pay road tax as well on top of that? I'm not sure at all. Right, 52 kilometres. Here is France and Switzerland border. It's pretty unremarkable, isn't it? There's not a lot there. If that is the actual border, I can see a sign coming up here on the right. Look, the Swiss flag on it. Right, so Swiss tunnels are 80 kilometers per hour, not 70. The French ones are 70. See, I'm learning. I'm route learning. Pretty much there now, actually. I think I can see at this junction coming up. We're coming off. Going off to the right. Oops, not yet. Don't want to go over that line. Got a nasty vibration from my fingers doing that. So this is us on this junction. I'm pretty close. Here is the sortie, or the exit. Oh wow, that's a pretty tight slip road, that. To be careful on this one. Right, we've got to give way, so let's have a quick look what's going on. You know what, let's go for it. Not much traffic on this part of the road. 8 kilometres, there's our destination now, just showing up. Top left of the map. So we should discover Geneva as well, so another one to add to the list. Anytime now, I would have thought. But this has been another nice run, this one. There it is, Geneva is discovered. Better slow down. I don't want to get fined. That traffic light looks very British, doesn't it? Right, this is our stop. Right, let's see where he wants us to park, shall we? So we want to press A, confirm that, and we've got to go over to the right hand side there and just park it around the side of the building. So let's do that. There it is, just on the right. So if I get close up to this, I'm going to go outside as I always do, just to have a look what's going on. Because I haven't got the webcam on. The concentration face now is in full effect. But I need to turn the wheel the other way, don't I? Swing the back round a little bit. There we go. Right, now let's turn it. Push it back into there. Making sure I don't hit that ramp behind. Straighten a little bit, I think. Back we go again. I know you're all saying, God, he's making hard work of this. But watch me do on the road and you'll see how much hard work it is. This is a lot easier, isn't it? If you've played on the road, that is. If you haven't played on the road, you haven't missed much. Right, I'll take that. There are our watermelons dropped off. They're delivered from Milan to Geneva. 539 kilometres in that run. Decent run, another decent run. What do we get? We got €8,884 and 713 XP. So that was alright. I don't mind that. Do we get any skill points? Let's just check. Nothing this time. So it's fine. Our money's gone up. We've got 65 grand now, but nearly 65 and a half grand we've got. And that's a decent profit. So thanks everybody for joining me on this run. Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave me a little like if you did. And I will see you on the next video, which will be real soon. Take care everybody. See you next time.